Michael Levy, welcome to 7:30.
Well, good morning.
Michael, we can't begin to imagine the pain your family must be going through. Can you just talk us through what happened to your brother and sister-in-law on October 7?
Yes. And Eynav wanted to take a short break from their crazy day-to-day routine. You know how it is with a 2-year-old child and very demanding jobs. They wanted another night with Almog, so they decided to head to the Nova Festival only on the morning of October 7th. Unfortunately, they reached the festival at 6:20 a.m., about 10 minutes before hell started. And they immediately ran into a bomb shelter not very far from the party area. From inside, all called my mother, completely terrified. About 10 minutes after this call, a group of terrorists came to this shelter and started throwing grenades and spraying it with bullets, murdering his wife, Eynav. My little brother had to watch his wife being murdered in front of his eyes before being kidnapped into Gaza.
Well, you've been waiting for your brother's return for more than 100 days. When was the last time you saw him?
On October 7th. That was the last thing we heard from him. We know he was kidnapped alive and that he wasn't injured. But unfortunately, we are 103 days since that day and no new information.
With Israel's war against Hamas continuing, what is the Israeli government telling you about how close they are to rescuing the hostages?
There are always negotiations. We are aware of them. They share with us what they can. But the sad truth is that it takes time. It takes time, and anything can change the picture in a second, especially when you're dealing with monsters like Hamas.
And who is looking after their little boy?
Almog is moving between the grandparents' houses. We all try to support, to show him love, to help as much as we can, but unfortunately, nothing will be the same without his parents. Unfortunately, we cannot bring Eynav back, but Paul is still alive, and he is now his mother and his father.
Well, you met with our Foreign Minister Penny Wong yesterday. What did you have to say to her?
I've told the story. I asked her to do whatever she can in order to help us bring all and the rest of the hostages back. I try to share our personal view of things because for us it's not about politics, it's not about Israel against Palestinians, it's about my brother or Almog's father. And that's what the story is about. It's not about politics, it's about people.
What would you like countries like Australia to do to help?
Countries like Australia, actually any country in the world, can use their connections, their diplomatic relations with Iran, with Qatar, with Egypt, to keep more pressure on Hamas. At the end of the day, Hamas needs Qatar, and it needs Egypt, and it needs Iran, and Australia can put more pressure on those countries to make Hamas release the hostages and stop committing crimes against humanity.
Well, we hope you get a good outcome at some stage in the near future. And in the meantime, thank you so much for sharing your story with us tonight.
Thank you.